There's people from all walks of life at Wedge, and we're all side by side in the community. It's a place of relaxation and catching up with mates that you generally would only catch up with when you're at Wedge. And it doesn't matter whether you're rich, you're poor, in between, or however it is, you just all become one happy family. My name's Brad Glue. I'm president of the Wedge Island Protection Association, and welcome to my shack this morning. So I started visiting up here with a friend from school back in the late 80s, and then I met my partner Tanya, and the rest is history from there. The community really bands together up here and helps everybody out and makes you feel welcome. You know, these beaches here are probably some of the nicest beaches that are going around in WA. The pristine waters out there of the Jurien Bay Marine Park are pretty good. There's really good fishing out there. You know, there's the challenge of getting the boat on and off the beach, so there's no boat ramps or anything like that around. So that all adds a part of the adventure depending on how big the swell is on the day. There's a strong heritage connection with Wedge and the people associated with Wedge, both tangible and intangible products in regards to that. So we have Ashley Built Heritage, Jeff Ashley. He's done a number of heritage studies and reports and its rarity, given that Wedge Island is the largest informal shack community in Australia. The first shacks were built here in the mid-40s, just from local farmers that would come down and holiday in the area and go to fish. So, you know, we have our own firefighting equipment here that has all been manufactured and maintained and built by the community, including a small fire truck that we've got here. We've got a number of utes, trailers and the like that's all maintained and serviced through here. The first aid post is manned by volunteers that are up here that have nursing background. All the equipment inside of it is all fundraised by the community. It's all sustainable power that runs that first aid shop through a 1 kilowatt solar system that's on the roof and down through to batteries and an inverter. You know, they're just some of the things that the community we've done over the years and we've funded, and we'll continue to fund those. I don't know, there's plenty of characters around, don't you worry about that.
You met any of you? Yeah?
I haven't met her, but yeah, I know.
Well, I was just there this morning. I've got a lawnmower and fixed it up for her. Because, 86. I was going to tell her to do it herself, but, she didn't want to. So I said, I'll fix it for her. Now she can go mow her own lawn. You can go fishing, just do what you want to do then, type thing. But, I can't really complain about nothing, really. Just my wife does, because she reckons the track's a bit rough. As you would have noticed coming in, bouncing, bump, but that'll get fixed up and tidied up eventually, I think. So yeah.
Hey Annie.
Morning, Brad.
How are you?
You had seen our first aid post. We call it a pie shop.
Yeah.
It's up here.
Pie shop.
Do you know what pie shop, PIE means? Physical injuries and emergencies. If anything wrong with your brain, I wouldn't worry about coming, because nobody could look after that. Yeah. This little place has been here since 1984. Hasn't improved much, but it's seen a bit of action. We've had the helicopters 68 times. When did the road start? A few years back?
12 years ago.
12? Was I that old? Yeah. You should have come here last night.
Oh.
Well, we had a lovely old night, didn't we? Better than going to parties, I'll tell you that. Most people have been very helpful over the years, very thoughtful. You don't even have to ask half the time, they just know you need it. Like Brad knows my lawn needs cutting today. And did you hear that, did you?
Yeah, I also heard your lawnmower's been fixed, so it should be ready to go.
Mind.
This is the old bar. This is where we get a lot of people turning up thinking it's actually a bar. It's different.
So that's me 4-string, that's me 3-string, and I'm making a 2-string down the shed. And that's out of a macadamia too.
Every year, aren't you? 3 stings.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it's we're in severe straits now, I think. Well, I know, but we'll see. Won't we, Brad?
We will.
Yeah.
Fight it out to the end, Noddy.
The bitter end. No, somebody asked me today, are you getting out, because there's blow coming. I said, where will I go? I've got nowhere to go.
Over the years, we've obviously had to go through the process, and we've had a number of different levels of licence and lease arrangements. So in '95, the leases first came out, they were around the $500 mark. Keep in mind that you only own the shack, you don't own the land on it, it's still Crown land. And that has progressed along all the way through until 2 years ago when Parks and Wildlife decided to change it through to a licence that would be full cost recovery. Through CPI, our fees did increase, and now it's quite apparent that they're using market forces to force out those people within the community that can't afford to keep hold of their shack. So, given that we had a 51% increase and then another 38% increase this year, and as you can see, if you go around the settlement, there's not one piece of public infrastructure. The road's been in place to get the public in here for 12 years now, and there's still no public infrastructure. So that's one major issue and hurdle I think that the department and the government as a whole need to combat. If they want to be forcing people to pay that fee rate, then there needs to be some long-term tenure, provided. We're always, as the association, putting up solutions in what we feel are the solutions in regards to overcoming some of the hurdles. You would think that a government department that's had control over the settlement for 25 years still has no plans on what they actually want to do with the area. Yet this year they'll be receiving a revenue of $1.3 million. So you would assume that over the years that we've had a licence, it's 18, 20, probably $30 million that has been pumped back into the state revenue or into the department just through licence fees. We've got a number of shack sites that were lost last year, so 5 shack sites that were demolished by Parks and Wildlife. And it would be quite easy for them to be able to make them available to the general public to even pull up a camper or a tent or something like that. But it just seems it's too hard, or they don't want to do it, so which is quite disappointing. The ministers, look, I'd like to see them come to the table and have a talk with us. We do have a new minister that's been appointed due to the election. The previous minister didn't want to speak to us because they'd already been given the opinion by the department that we were hard to get along with, argumentative. All we're trying to do is put a solution forward for our community and for the rest of Western Australians to be able to enjoy the Wedge lifestyle, so without it all being taken away. The future, I think, for all West Australians would be able to continue to have access to this unique place. It'd be a damn shame to see it all disappear and slowly be eroded by the rules that have been put in place, or the no commitment that's being put in place by the government or the department. I think that would be a shame, because once history's gone, it's gone. You can't get it back. We're advocating fairly strongly in regards to trying to open up the area for general public to come in. whether that's either through day use areas, camping areas, shack stay experience, all that sort of stuff to be able to, so that everyone can actually get in and enjoy the place. So I'm pretty sure that if you had the opportunity, there'd be plenty of people around town or around Perth or WA that would probably jump at the opportunity to be able to do that.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I think that would be the ultimate game, to be able to, for our long-term tenure, and allow the public access into the area. I think everyone's here for the same reason: enjoyment, that community feel, and just relaxing and taking in the coastal experience. You know, down in Perth you have different suburbs and different profiles of people, I suppose, but here at Wedge everyone's just, you're a Wedge shack owner. So, and it doesn't matter whether you're rich, you're poor, in between, or however it is, you just all become one community and one happy family.